What if I told you that everything you know about learning faster is working against your brain's natural design? Your brain isn't just a storage device. It's a living, adapting network that follows specific biological rules. Understanding these rules changes everything about how you learn. Let's start with a simple truth. Your brain processes about 11 million bits of information every second, but your conscious mind can only handle about 40 bits. Think about that for a moment. This is not a limitation, it's a feature. Your brain is like the world's most sophisticated bouncer, deciding what gets into the VIP section of your long-term memory. You know that feeling when you're trying to learn something new and your brain feels like it's full of static? That's not your brain being difficult. That's your brain sending you a text message that says, "Hey, we need to talk about your learning strategy." By understanding how your brain actually processes information, you can stop fighting against its natural patterns and start using them to your advantage. Chapter 1. The Attention-Memory Connection. Here's a bold claim. Your ability to focus isn't getting worse. You're just trying to use it wrong. Attention is the gatekeeper of learning. When you understand how it works, you realize that most people are trying to pick a lock instead of using the key. Your attention system isn't designed for constant focus. It's designed for strategic intensity. Think of it like a high-powered laser rather than a floodlight. Let me show you what I mean. Right now, become aware of your breathing. Notice how, as soon as you focused on it, it became clearer? That's your attention system at work. This same mechanism determines whether information becomes a memory or just passes through like a stranger in a crowd. We've all had that moment of reading a whole page while thinking about lunch, and then realizing our brain filed that information under lunch plans instead of important learning. Chapter 2. Cognitive load, your brain's bandwidth. Imagine trying to drink from a fire hose. That's what most learning methods feel like to your brain. Think of your brain like a bouncer at an exclusive club. It doesn't just let every piece of information in. It's picky about what gets to stay. And thank goodness for that. If your brain kept everything, it'd be like having every photo you've ever taken show up in your camera roll at once. Good luck finding that one picture you actually need. Here's something that might surprise you. Highlighting an entire page isn't just unhelpful. It's actually creating extra work for your brain. It's like trying to make something important by making everything important. Instead of trying to learn everything at once, let's use what we know about cognitive load to create a system that works with your brain's natural processing power. Chapter 3. Working with your forgetting curve. Your brain isn't bad at remembering. It's actually incredible at forgetting. And that's exactly what makes it so powerful. In 1885, Hermann Ebbinghaus discovered something fascinating. Our memory decay follows a predictable pattern. The crucial insight isn't just that we forget, it's that we can use this pattern to our advantage. You know how they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger? That's actually true for memories. Every time you struggle to recall something, you're not failing. You're literally strengthening that neural pathway. Let me show you a cool trick. Instead of fighting against forgetting, we'll use it like a reminder system. Your brain's telling you exactly when to review. We just need to learn its language. It's like having a built-in study buddy who nudges you and says, "Hey, if you don't want to forget this, now would be a good time to look at it again." Chapter 4. State-dependent learning, the hidden multiplier. Have you ever noticed how some memories are crystal clear, while others feel like trying to read through fog? The difference isn't just what you learned, it's the state you were in when learning. Your brain doesn't just store information, it stores the entire context of learning. This is why that great idea you had in the shower sometimes vanishes when you try to remember it at your desk. State-dependent learning isn't just about mood or environment. It's about creating a complete mental and physical condition that supports rapid learning. Here's something that might blow your mind. When you're trying to remember something, your brain actually recreates a similar state to when you first learned it. It's like your brain is a method actor, trying to get back into character. And you want to know something wild? Navy divers who learned underwater remembered things better when they were tested underwater. On land, not so much. This isn't just about being wet. It shows how your brain connects what you learn with where and how you learn it. It's like your memories come with a sticky note that says, "Works best in conditions similar to where you found me." Chapter 5. Circadian Mastery, Timing is Everything. What if I told you that learning at the wrong time of day is like trying to swim upstream? You might still get there, but you're making it way harder than necessary. Your circadian rhythm isn't just about sleep. It's your brain's master schedule for cognitive performance. Every mental capability has its peak hours, and understanding this should change when and how you should learn. You've probably heard people say, "I'm a night owl," or "I'm a morning person." But here's what they don't tell you. Your optimal learning time isn't just about preference. It's about your brain's natural biochemical schedule. Memory formation is typically strongest in the morning, analytical thinking peaks in the late morning, and creative problem solving often peaks when we're slightly tired. This means the best time to learn isn't just about finding a quiet hour, it's about matching your learning activities to your brain's natural schedule. I'm going to show you how to map your personal circadian rhythm and create a learning schedule that works with your brain's natural peaks, not against them. Chapter 6, the integration framework, putting it all together. Now that we understand how our brain processes, stores, and optimizes learning, let's create a system that brings all these elements together. This isn't just about using each technique separately. It's about creating a synergistic system where each element amplifies the others. Think of it like this. Attention directs your cognitive load, which works within your circadian rhythm, while accounting for your forgetting curve, all within your optimal state. Chapter 7, your learning implementation blueprint. Now that you understand how your brain works, let's turn these insights into daily practices that will transform how you learn forever. The key to faster learning isn't about pushing harder. It's about aligning three critical elements: your brain's natural rhythms, your learning environment, and your practice methods. When these three elements work together, learning accelerates naturally, like a river flowing downstream, instead of fighting against the current. Let's start with your morning power hour, that golden time when your brain is fresh and ready. First, check your energy level on a scale of 1 to 10. This isn't about judgment, it's about data. Your brain is telling you exactly what kind of learning it's ready for. You know how your phone shows you its battery percentage? Your brain is doing the same thing. We just need to learn to read the notification. Now, create your perfect learning space, but forget about those Instagram-worthy desk setups. We're after function, not fashion. Clear your visual space first. Your brain is like a camera. When there's too much in the frame, it can't focus on what matters. Remove anything that doesn't directly help your learning. Here's where most people go wrong. They try to marathon their focus. That's like trying to become a weightlifter by starting with 300 pounds. Instead, we'll start with just 2 minutes. Yes, 2 minutes of complete concentration. Set your timer. Pick one thing to focus on entirely. When your mind wanders, and it will, just notice it and gently bring it back. No judgment, just redirect. This isn't just practice. It's rewiring your brain's attention system. After learning something new, take 30 seconds, just 30 seconds, to close your eyes and actively recall it. Don't check your notes, just explain it to yourself. Then schedule your review intervals like a pro. 1 hour later, 1 day later, 1 week later. Each review isn't just remembering, it's strengthening those neural pathways. Think of it like building a house. Each review is another layer of concrete in the foundation. Skip the reviews, and you're basically building on sand. You now have something most people will never understand, the actual owner's manual for your brain. This isn't just about learning faster, it's about learning smarter, about working with your brain's natural abilities instead of fighting against them. You know that feeling when you finally figure out how something works and suddenly everything becomes easier? That's what's about to happen with your learning. Remember, your attention is your learning superpower. Your cognitive load is your bandwidth manager. Your state is your learning multiplier. And your timing, that's your secret weapon. These aren't just techniques, they're tools that transform learning from a struggle into a strength. Start small, pick one technique. Maybe it's the 2-minute focus practice, or the energy mapping, or the memory lock-in method. Master it, then add another. Because here's the truth, your brain is already perfectly designed for incredible learning. You just needed the owner's manual, and now you have it. The only question is, what will you learn first? And hey, If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Also, let me know your thoughts on what I just shared. Oh, and there's more. I've just started a Patreon to help support these videos and connect with you more directly. Check out the link in the description if you'd like to join. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.